So I've got my drill with me now. This is the exciting bit where we get to fit the shear curtains, and I'm going to show you really how easy that is. So you're going to have to grab a cup of tea for this video because it's going to go for a while, and I'm going to take you through the whole process with the track, how to install the track, the wands. We're going to fit clips to the curtain, then we're going to hang the curtain, and I'm going to show you how to set it up so you get this beautiful S-fold curve. Back, front, back, front, back, front. Okay, so hit the pause button, grab a cup of tea, and then come back and then just watch and learn exactly what I do, and it'll make the installation go really smoothly for you. Now, if you're a little bit nervous with what I'm about to do at this point, you don't feel as though you can do it, then this is where you go to Airtasker. You keep watching and learn and understand what I do, but go to Airtasker and get a person from Airtasker to come and do it for you. That way you can still buy your blinds or sheer curtains from iSeek Blinds, but they can come and do the harder work for you, and you'll still be miles in front. You'll get a terrific outcome. All right. So without further ado, the curved track is the ceiling mount track, and this is the ceiling mount bracket. All we're going to do is put the bracket over the top there and then clip it on just like that. Okay. Now I'm just going to position my brackets evenly across the whole width of the track, so I've got them nice and level with the standard track, which is my little square friend just here. This is the ceiling mount bracket. You can see I've actually got that cam, this part here, in the open position. So that goes over like that, and then we close our cam, and that bracket is now locked in position. So did that come up clear? Okay. Now, again, fit them across the track and fit them nice and evenly. You'll see why in a sec. Now that's the wall mount bracket. Maybe you should hold it that way. It's got a little screw here, so it is adjustable, and you can bring the bracket and sort of bring it out and back in accordance to what you need. But the actual main part of the bracket is exactly what you just saw. It's that same cam lock bracket that's just screwed to the little right angle. We sit it on and we turn the cam, and that's now locked in place. Okay, so once the brackets are fitted onto the track, like I've done with this example right here, we're going to screw the track up into our ceiling. Now, I like just to screw the middle one in first, and I know some of you will be going up into the ceiling. If you do hit plaster, well, you've got your holes marked now, and you can use some hollow wall anchors. But just remember, the S-fold track is 100 millimeters from front to back. So the center of the track needs to be about 60 mils off the face of the wall. So then you've got 10 millimeters clearance back to the wall. Okay, so I'm going to put that there. I'm going to put that in there. Now, it's always going to sit there and hang with the middle bracket, and just be careful based on your own circumstances. But generally, if you get the middle one in first, that's okay. I'll just fit these other two end brackets here. That one's sorted. That's sorted. So remember, you've got your 100 mils off the wall, or the thickness of the curtain of the S-fold's 100 mils. I'm going to show you that in a few more moments once the clips go on. So we can actually get rid of that now. I'll put that up there. The next thing we're going to do is fit our wands. So Kylie, can you see? This track was the one that I've shown you in the videos in the past, and this is the free floating. So we call these little white things here the runners, and that little metal part here, that's exactly where our wand connects down to. So that's our wand connector, and these are the runners. Now the runners are always in multiples of 2. I think I've said that before. So 1 comes forward, 2 goes back, 3 comes forward, 4 goes back, 5, 6, 7, 8. And that's how we create our beautiful S-fold situation. So I don't know how many runners are here. I'm not going to count them. Now, the wands is this little wand, or people call it a flick stick. It comes in 750 mils in length, 1,000, 1,250 millimeters, and 1,500 millimeters. So you just order that in the size of the drops, just so you can comfortably sort of reach out and flick it across. You don't need it to be too long. It's got a little clip here. I just use these pliers to clip that into the right spot. Now, in this case, this track is free floating. So I've got a wand at either end. If you've got a one-way draw, then it's just going to be a wand at one size, because the runners will be fixed, and we'll put a little lock screw in there. But because this is the free floating, it's the one I like. It's just good when you're cleaning, you're vacuuming, you can get the wand and the stack and sort of push it out of the way. So I'm going to try and get that on, and look at that, it went first go. All right, so now our track's installed. Generally we send the brackets at 600mm increments. I've got this one a little bit further apart because it's not so heavy, but you'll get plenty of brackets to put on to the ceiling there. If you are going onto the wall, then it's the same deal. Fit your brackets under the wall, hold the track in place, and then get a screw through. Now, you may have chosen to sort of mark where the studs are, so you can move the bracket in accordance to exactly where the stud is, so you do get a screw through into timber. But if you don't, again, just screw it in. That's the position where you're going to put your hollow wall anchor, so it's really straightforward. Now, the fun part from here is we get to hang out curtains. So I've got a lot of curtain here, and I'm going to throw that over my shoulder. Now, at iSeek Blinds, see these little clips that are in the track there? Now, we've already started those clips at either end for you, and you have to finish it off. So if you just follow the same pattern that what we've done, and you can see that the clip is on the right hand side. See that little white mark there? See, we're always on the right hand side of that. Now we're going to send you heaps of these little clips, and because I'm going on the right hand side, it goes up there and then you flick it over. So you've got to install those clips, and that one there has spun itself around. Should be like that, facing downwards. So you can see now we've got our clips. Does that come through, Kylie? Got our clips all in the right spot. Now you're going to get plenty of these. I just took it off before. You're going to get plenty of these and plenty of spares with these little clips here. Okay, so now we just, as you can see, I've got the weight of the curtain on my shoulder, because if I try and hold up like that, my forearms are going to ache to death. So I get to hang the curtain now. So I don't got the weight on my shoulder, and I'm going to start at my very end hook. That's obviously the wand, so I'm not going to put one there. Now, the important part here is don't miss one, because if you do, you're going to get to the end and there's going to be one left over, which means you've got to pull them all off, find the one you missed and start again. So it's really important that you don't miss a hook. And I'm looking, and I've got 4, I can see 4, so my heart has stopped beating. I haven't missed one, thank God. And I'm hooking my last one in here. Now, that's that done. Just move that out of the way and I'll give my arms a bit of a shake. Now you can see it's all fitted, but it looks a bit wonky at the top there. So we've got to now create that beautiful S-fold. So do you remember how I said 1 comes forward, 2 goes back? So we've got to get into that motion. All right, so we'll pull it across and we'll go 1's forward, 2's back, here. So I'm just getting into the groove. Yes, it's looking good. That should go in there. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Look at that. Another really easy way to tell is just to move it to the side and see now I've got my folds looking perfect. I've got my height perfect. That's exactly where I want it to be, and that's the, what colour was that one, Kylie? Cloud. You can say it loud. We know there's someone behind the camera. So that's the cloud in the barley. The installation's the same with the curved track, with the standard track you just saw. The wall's the same. Try and get as much timber as you can, but if you can't, the hollow wall anchors are fantastic, and lots of persons who fit tracks professionally, they use those. Don't forget Airtasker. I hope that goes really well, and when it does, I want to see lots of photos. Thanks for watching. See ya.